vous de les saluer, de les applaudir, nos pilotes NASCAR Pinty. Kevin Lacroix, détenteur de pole position, cet après-midi dans la bumper 74. Ah, messieurs, tout le monde à gauche, je veux vous entendre. Faites du bruit, on les applaudit. Nos pilotes de NASCAR Pinty Series.
All right, Justin, it is time for you to go to work. This time, the Autodrome Saint-Eustache will be giving a beautiful double on Midway. The Autodrome Saint-Eustache will back. The motor operator will start from a low position on the outside. The hotel of Concord number 36 from Victoria will go back. It is Alex Lemay. He'll line up on That's the practice lap this year. Alex LeMay just before the race, he said the only safe spot on this racetrack is in the lead. I want to get out front. I want to lead some laps. It's been a difficult season for Alex LeMay. He's hoping for great success here this afternoon. But Kevin Lacroix is battling for a championship. He likes the view of his windshield. Nothing in front of him, but opportunity here at Autodrome Saint-Eustache. We await the green flag from honorary starter Justin Bodine. Kevin Lacroix with a good start. He'll lead the way down into turn number 3. Alex LeMay second. Jason Hathaway third in the number 3. They are single file all the way down to Team race number 13-17 as Gary Nix gets all sorts of crossed up down into turn 1. And a race for the Mopar 27. Getting there as well. Now he's going on our 10 and down to the bottom. Drives at 24.
horaire est donné comme ça. Je pensais que c'était gratuit, je pensais que c'était genre souvent les commanditaires qui vont attraper les
Slow pace car, while pace truck speed here in St-Eustache. Gap back to the 36 of Alex LeBay.
On l'a vu lors des derniers tours, Kingsbury qui fait sa place sur le circuit. Il l'a dit, il n'est pas ici pour faire une parade et seulement faire des tatas à la foule. On est ici pour rallier une bonne performance et c'est ce qu'on veut présentement alors qu'on a pris place au champion dépendant.
Marc-Antoine Cameron closing on the 3 of Jason Hathaway, the GM Paillet, number 22, rolling the center of the turn very well. He looks to the inside.
Ah, Caméra qui met la pression là, dans la voiture numéro 2 chez M. Paillet. On est à l'intérieur de la voiture numéro 3, Jason Hathaway. Cubotin numéro 3 qui en a maille à partir avec la Paillet, numéro 22. Oh, légère glissade dans la courbe numéro 4 pour la GM Paillet, la Caméra, et on conserve cette 4e position.
Alex LeBay with a run on Kevin Lacroix, 74. He goes into turn number 3 on the outside, brings the car down the racetrack, looking to the bottom of a 4.
Dans ce tour, la voiture numéro 36 d'Alex Labbé devrait appliquer la pression au départ de la 74 de la Croix. On est littéralement dans le pare-choc arrière de la bumper to bumper dodge numéro 74 pour le pilote de la Globo Cabotel, le Concorde numéro 36, Alex Labbé. Les positions 1 et 2 qui sont très serrées alors qu'on met la pression sur Kevin Lacroix.
A little bit of contact in turn 1. LeBay gets sideways on the inside, keeps his foot on the gas, works to the bottom.
Côte à côte entre les groupes 3 et 4, entre Alex Labbé à l'intérieur et Kevin Lacroix maintenant à l'extérieur. Attention, notre nouveau meneur, Alex Labbé dans la voiture numéro 36.
LeBay out in front, Lacroix back to second. Jason Hathaway right on the back bumper of Kevin Lacroix, number 74. The top 7 are nose to tail on the backstretch.
Quelle performance d'Alex Labbé dans la voiture numéro 36 qui vient prendre la position de commande au départ de Kevin Lacroix dans la voiture 74, alors que Jason Hathaway dans la Kubota numéro 3. Toujours à la 3e position, la GM Paillet numéro 22 de Marc-Antoine Caméra qui suit en 4e, alors que la Mopar Panzer numéro 27 de Andrew Ranger suit en 5e place.
we're going to need the race fan standing on top of the fence down in turn 4 on the perch to kindly step down from your vantage point. Andrew Ranger applying the pressure to Marc-Antoine Cameron in the number 22. That's a battle for fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh all in a row with Matthew Kingsbury's number 75 slowly trying to reel them in. Out in front, Alex LeBay with a 3-car length advantage. Now 4 off of turn number 2. Over Kevin Lacroix in the 74. Jason Hathaway in the 3 is holding pace with that top 2. But Marc-Antoine Cameron has fallen back in his 22 machine into the clutches of Andrew Ranger and his teammate DJ Kennington. DJ Kennington getting a run to the inside of Ranger in the 27. Ranger out drags him down the back straightaway, and he'll pull back down into the racing line in 3 and 4. That allows Marc-Antoine Cameron in the 22 to open some daylight. The field turning laps, 54 laps completed, the scheduled 250 laps in this Lucas Oil 250. Here at Autodrome Saint-Eustache, Alex LeBay. Not really pulling away from Kevin Lacroix, but he's built that gap of 4 or 5 car lengths, able to hold on to that. Kevin Lacroix sitting comfortably in second, Jason Hathaway third. All 3 running a slightly different line right now, particularly down here in 1 and 2. There's a few different lines these drivers can enter the corner with. 3 and 4, they all seem to pinch it as tight as they can into 4. Alex LeBay sort of comes down towards the bottom. Kevin Lacroix coming in a little bit higher to 1 and 2. Jason Hathaway coming in even higher and staying up a little higher on the racetrack. But all 3 of them with a lot of speed as they have pulled away half a straightaway over Marc-Antoine Cameron in 4.
On voit avec les voitures qui sont sous-vireuses légèrement à la sortie de virage numéro 4. Alors qu'on a différentes lignes pour certains pilotes jusqu'à présent. Alors on sait que le circuit quand même serré ici à St-Eustache entre les murs, surtout à la sortie du virage numéro 4. Alors ça peut donner quelques difficultés à certains pilotes. Surtout que la piste par endroit est dénivelée alors qu'elle a été quand même au fil des années endommagée, surtout depuis les 2 dernières années. On a des courses de gros camions et ça paraît.
Donald Teague making a little contact with the Castrol Edge number 17 or DJ Kennington. Now he'll drive to the inside in 1 and 2. Kennington smooth on the throttle on the outside. He'll maintain that position for now, but Donald Teague showing a lot of speed in that number 24.
Belle bataille pour la 6e position détenue par DJ Kennington dans la voiture numéro 17, Castrol Edge, alors que Donald Tige, le pilote de Bois-Châtel, dans la voiture numéro 24, Méto Angers, qui est littéralement dans son pare-choc arrière. On veut tenter de déloger Kennington de la 6e position.
The leaders go around the outside of the 0-4. Brandon White down in 3 and 4. Now Jason Hathaway going to swing to the high side. Brandon White giving him lots of room. You can see plenty of damage on the front of the Brandon White machine, including up to the windshield going on the right side after his contact with the outside wall on Mark Dilley in that early race accident down the front straightaway. Kerry Mix, after starting in the 5th position and going into the pits for an adjustment on that first yellow flag, is all the way at the back of the field. He's got David Michaud in the 56 applying the pressure. And they are right now straight away ahead of race leader Alex LeBay, who's opened some distance now on Kevin Lacroix in the 74, who himself has opened quite a gap over Jason Hathaway in the 3, running back in the 3rd spot. Donald Teach again to the inside of DJ Kennington. He was all over his back bumper for that last lap. Finally drives to the bottom in 1 and 2, and it looks like he's going to make the pass down into turn number 3. Kennington back in line just behind the number 24. Now we'll see if Donald Teach can close in on Andrew Ranger in the 27. As David Michaud gets to the inside of Kerry Mix in 3 and 4. Now he'll fall back in line behind the savvy veteran behind the wheel of the 0-2. Matthew Kingsbury continues to impress. Driving in a team car to the Kevin Lacroix number 74. He's running a number 75 entry and doing a very nice job. He's an ACT driver. And the Duro King Bois-Claire Fils number 75 as he is brought up to the 17 of DJ Kennington, but looked like he overshot turn number 1, pushed up the racetrack and gave up a few car lengths. David Michaud still looking for a way to get around Kerry Mix. The leaders are coming, and David Michaud does not want to be the next one to go a lap down. He is already a lap down after his involvement in that earlier spin. He was not able to get going before the leaders went by. So 2 laps down could be a problem the way the free passes work here at St-Eustache. So David Michaud's got to get up on the wheel right now and try to get around the veteran Kerry Mix.
Alex Labbé dans la voiture numéro 36, toujours le meneur dans la haute et le Concorde de Locam. Dans les suivis de la bumper numéro 74 de Kevin Lacroix, maintenant au 2e rang. La Kubota numéro 3 de Jason Hathaway qui suit en 3e place. La GMP numéro 22 de Marc-Antoine Caméra en 4e. La Montpar Pensor numéro 27 de Andrew Angers qui conduit le top 5 jusqu'à présent. Angers qui voit de très près dans son rétroviseur la 24 de Donald Teach. Est-ce que Donald Teach va tenter de déloger le 27 de la 5e position, alors qu'un peu plus loin, à la 7e position, on retrouve la 17 de DJ Kennington.
Right in front of the race leader, Alex LeBay, is David Michaud pressuring the 0-2 of Kerry Mix not for position, but to try to keep from going 2 laps down. Now Michaud slides up the track. Alex LeBay to the inside.
Alors, on vient prendre un tour à David Michaud pour Alex Labbé dans la voiture numéro 36 par l'intérieur. Alors, Michaud qui déjà avait perdu un tour lors du précédent incident vient s'en faire prendre un autre par le 36 Alex Labbé. Mais attention, on va derrière le 74 de Kevin Lacroix. Lui aussi va tenter d'aller reprendre un tour à Michaud et au 0-2 Kerry Mix.
Kerry Mix is such a veteran. He drops to the inside to give Alex LeBay room on the high side. Probably realizing that David Michaud will not be comfortable going up to the outside to try to make a pass. So Kerry Mix, he may not realize David Michaud is on a different lap than he is, thinking he's racing for the free pass position, but a little bit of veteran savvy there by Mix in the 0-2. Kevin Lacroix to the outside of David Michaud down into turn 1. He'll clear the 56 and set his sights on the 0-2 of Kerry Mix. Mix again drops down to the bottom, gives the 74 that outside lane before he picks up speed here in 3 and 4. He will tuck in behind the second place driver. Kevin Lacroix about 20 car lengths behind race leader Alex LeBay, which is nearly half a straightaway here at St-Eustache.
Alors, Kennington qui se rapproche de Andrew Ranger pour la sixième position, pardon, alors que Donald Tige, lui, s'est emparé de la 5e, il a dépassé quelques tours. Alors, la Mopar Dodge de Andrew Ranger qui semble en perte de performance depuis quelques tours déjà. Alors maintenant, c'est la 17 de DJ Kennington qui est dans son parcours carrière. Oh!
Trouble in turn 1. Kerry Mix goes around in the 0-2 machine. He will get that car refired after going for a long slide down into turn number 1. And that's interesting. Kerry Mix would have been the free pass recipient, but because he was part of the yellow, I'm not sure if there will be no free pass or if David Michaud will get back one of his 2 laps.
Ouais, comme Kerry Mix était la première voiture avec un tour en moins, on s'en allait lui donner le fameux Lucky Dog, la passe gratuite pour revenir sur le tour du meneur. Mais comme c'est lui qui provoque la neutralisation, et que est-ce qu'on va le donner à Michaud ou on va simplement pas donner de passe gratuite de Lucky Dog sur cette neutralisation? C'est ce qu'on verra du côté des officiels de NASCAR.
So Kerry Mix pulling up along Michaud to have a little bit of sign language conversation with the driver of the 56. Now we will drop back into his spot as we circulate under yellow.
Alors la 27 d'Andrew Ranger qui semble être un petit peu en perte de performance jusqu'à présent. On s'est battu avec la 24, maintenant on t'arrête de se battre avec la 17. On le sent quelque peu moins rapide qu'en début d'épreuve. On a 87 tours de compléter dans cette épreuve qui en compte 250. Alors c'est ce qu'on verra sur la relance si la 27 est encore en mesure de se batailler pour la position. Très belle performance, on l'a dit tantôt, Mathieu Kingsbury dans la voiture numéro 75. Mais on regardait précédemment, on me disait à l'oreille, l'entrée du virage 1 pour Kingsbury, toutes les autres voitures, les autres pilotes ont pas mal la même ligne, c'est-à-dire qu'on s'en va vraiment à l'extérieur pour plonger vers l'intérieur entre les groupes 1 et 2. Kingsbury, lui, rentre vraiment plus à l'intérieur, alors que des fois, on voit le pneumatique monter en température, la fumée qui s'échappe. Est-ce que ça va être nuisible à long terme sur les pneus du 75, cette façon de conduire? C'est sûr que pour Kingsbury, c'est toute une adaptation. Écoute, en seulement 3 saisons, on passe d'un Sportsman Lucas Oil sur une classe locale ici à Saint-Eustache. On monte un véhicule LMS de type ACT. Puis aujourd'hui, on est avec un NASCAR Pinty. Alors les HP sont vraiment... on a gonflé les HP sous le moteur. Alors c'est une toute autre façon de conduire. Alors, on est venu pratiquer pour la voiture 75. Et jusqu'à présent, là, chapeau Mathieu Kingsbury. On donne toute une performance dans le pare-choc arrière du 17 DJ Kennington qui, lui... Kingsbury, son premier départ en série Pinty. DJ Kennington, un des pilotes qui en a le plus en carrière. Puis au-dessus de 70 départs, toutes catégories confondues ici à Saint-Eustache. Alors, c'est un des pilotes qui en a le plus de tours ici sur l'ovale de Saint-Eustache.
Some adjustments made on the 18 of Scott Stackley. It looked like they made a big track bar adjustment on the right rear, and I believe they took a spring rubber out of the left rear. I believe Kerry Mix did the same thing on that race car. One thing I noticed about Matthew Kingsbury, he was having trouble a few times down into turn 1, struggling to find the mark for braking. These cars are a lot different than the ACT cars he's used to driving. So if you miss your spot, it's just a lot of race car to try to get slowed up for the turn. We've seen him smoke the tires a couple of times, but he's learning in a hurry.
Pour un pilote en plus qui n'a jamais... Tu sais, il y en a beaucoup qui ont fait du karting étant plus jeunes ou qui ont fait toutes sortes d'autres disciplines de sport automobile. Mathieu Kingsbury, il a embarqué dans une voiture de course il y a 4 ans. Il a commencé en sportsman. Puis, tu sais, vraiment pas d'autres expériences autres que ça. Peut-être été champion de bowling au primaire, ça on ne le sait pas, mais en tout cas, derrière un volant d'une voiture de course, chapeau, écoute, l'apprentissage qu'on a, puis comme tu le dis, on tente d'apprendre exactement le bon point de freinage à l'entrée des virages. Graduellement, plus la course va, plus on s'adapte et plus on est en mesure de rivaliser avec les vieux requins de la série, les vieux loups. Alors, les voitures en double ligne, prêts pour la relance. 90 tours de compléter dans cette épreuve de 250 tours. Le Luc Soy, le 250 pour par bumper de bumper et course light. La relance dans quelques instants. Alex Labbé dans la voiture Hôtel Le Concorde de Globocam numéro 36 à l'intérieur de la bumper to bumper Gates Total numéro 74 de Kevin Lacroix à l'extérieur.
Well, he told us earlier, this is where he wants to be. He wants to restart first, does not want to be in that hornet's nest. And if you watch, if you focus on this restart on Marc-Antoine Camerand, Andrew Ranger, even Kevin Lacroix, the drivers on the outside here really have to plan well on where they're going to go down into turn one and more importantly, down the backstretch. Cameron tries to get to the inside, but Donald Teach drives even lower down into the turn. Great start for Alex Labbé. Jason Hathaway up into that second spot. Kevin Lacroix going to drop into third. Cameron looking for an opening, trying to check up a little bit. Andrew Ranger didn't want to allow that. Now it's DJ Kennington on the inside of Ranger into one.
Ranger là, qui bouscule légèrement le pare-choc arrière de la GM Paillé numéro 22 entre les coupes 3 et 4 au tour précédent. Et la Paillé qui réussit à conserver peine et misère à la 5e position. Ranger, comme on l'a dit, beaucoup moins rapide qu'au début d'épreuve. On est maintenant derrière la voiture 17 de DJ Kennington pour la Mopar Dodge numéro 27 d'Andrew Ranger.
Kingsbury with a run to the inside of Simon Dion-Vienne in 1 and 2. He ran out of racetrack down there, had to let off a little bit and get back in line right behind him. Four-time series champion Scott Steckley in the 18.
Alors Labbé, maintenant Jason Hathaway en 2e position. Kevin Lacroix se retrouve maintenant à la 3e place. La 24 Météo-Angers de Donald Teach est en 4e alors que le top 5 est complété par la GM Paillé numéro 22 de Marc-Antoine Camira. Non loin derrière la Castrolette numéro 17 de DJ Kennington, la Mopar Dodge numéro 27 d'Andrew Ranger, la 37 Castrol Rousseau Métal de Simon Dion-Vienne alors que la 75 du King Construction de Mathieu Kingsbury.
Jason Hathaway lost the front end there in 3 and 4 the last time, pushed way up the racetrack. You can see Kevin Lacroix closing in on that 3 machine. Let's see if Hathaway can keep it on the bottom this time. No, the front end of that car really washing up the track on corner exit. Doesn't seem to be costing him an awful lot of speed, but it's a peculiar line here at St-Eustache because normally, coming off of turn number 4, the fast cars are right alongside that inside wall. Hathaway, almost a car width and a half off the bottom. Whoa, trouble there in turn 2, and there goes Lacroix right up on the back end. Battle for the second spot. Hathaway again up the racetrack. Kevin Lacroix to the inside. They drag race down into turn number 3. Kevin Lacroix going to get that position as Donald Teach also closing in that 4th spot. More smoke off the Kingsbury 75 under braking down into turn 1. Scott Steckley right behind him as they roll into 3 and 4. Kingsbury trying to set up the 37 of Simon Dion-Vienne. He's been unable to time it quite right to get the nose of his car up the inside of Dion Vienne. He rolled in a little bit too fast that time at 1 and 2. Let's see if he can time it better this time. Down into turn 1, rolls up towards the 37. Dion Vienne quick enough to hold him off. "105 laps complete, this time by 20 laps shy of the halfway break, where teams will be able to come down, take on tires and race fuel. Kerry Mix closing in on the 56 machine. He may have some unfinished business out there with David Michaud.
Alors, si en avant, les positions sont distancées à partir de la première et la deuxième place. Pour la 8e position, le Simon Dion vient dans la voiture numéro 37. On en a plein les bras avec la Duro King Construction 75 de Mathieu Kingsbury et la Rona Pippen numéro 18 de Scott Steckley non loin derrière. Steckley qui semble s'impatienter un peu derrière Kingsbury. Est-ce qu'on va tenter de manœuvre alors que autant Dion vient que Kingsbury, les deux voitures roulent vraiment à l'intérieur du circuit, donc on protège les positions. Steckley qui pourrait bien tenter d'aller vers l'extérieur pour doubler la 75.
So Kerry Mix with a fairly gentle bump and run on the 56 of David Michaud last time around in turn number 1. Michaud now up on the back bumper of the 02. At the front end of this pack of cars is Matthew Kingsbury continuing to pressure 37 of Simon Dion Vienne. Michaud and Kerry Mix continue to battle on the racetrack. They are not on the same lap, so they're out there turning laps and messing with each other, which is probably not the wise play with so much racing left to go, but race car drivers are race car drivers. Kerry Mix waving his arm out the window at David Michaud as Michaud goes by on the inside. Let's see if he lines him up again and gives him another bump. This time David Michaud gets by and puts a few car lengths between himself and Kerry Mix. Further ahead, Scott Steckley sticking his nose to the outside of Matthew Kingsbury. That's a battle for position as Kingsbury continues to try to challenge Simon Dion Vienne as we approach the halfway mark of this race. The laps tick away. It doesn't look like anyone else will go a lap down before the midway break. Alex LeBay more than half a straightaway behind Brandon White, who is multiple laps down. Kerry Mix ahead of that, who is at least 1 lap down in the 02. Here goes Steckley to the inside of Matthew Kingsbury down in 3.
Oh, la glissade de Kingsbury, Steckley. Oh, on a réussi à conserver la voiture en piste pour Mathieu Kingsbury dans la voiture 75. Alors que la 18 de Steckley s'est déglissée à l'intérieur. Maintenant, c'est au tour de Louis-Philippe Dumoulin à la WeatherTech Canada, numéro 47, de prendre une position à Kingsbury.
Kingsbury got real loose out there on the outside, got into the right side of the Steckley number 18. Looks like he got him behind the right front wheel. If he gets him in the wheel, that can cause some damage, cause some front end alignment issues. Get him in the side door, just puts a pretty black donut on the right side of the race car. And that's what we see right now on the 18. closer to the front. Jason Hathaway, a couple of car lengths behind Kevin Lacroix in the 74. They race down into turn number 1. Remember, Hathaway had started to lose the handle on that race car about 15-20 laps ago, but seems to have found some speed now after Kevin Lacroix got around and he's able to keep pace. Still running a bit of an unorthodox line here and getting it loose on the turn 4. There's one driver who will be quite happy to come in at the midway break and get fresh general tires and some adjustments on that Kubota number 3. Jason Hathaway on the inside and Kevin Lacroix battle for second spot. Just a few laps away from the midway break. Jason Hathaway obviously wanting to restart on that front row alongside Alex LeMay when the race gets back underway. He's putting the pressure on Lacroix, shadows him down into turn 1 and 2. He'll run in his tire tracks down the back straightaway. More battles further back as DJ Kennedy gets around Marc-Antoine Cameron. Now Andrew Ranger doing the same.
On est à quelques tours de l'arrêt obligatoire de la mi-course. Alors que les voitures vont entrer pour changer les pneumatiques et mettre de l'essence dans quelques instants.
When Alex LeMay comes off at turn number 4, it'll be halfway through the Lucas Oil 250 here at Autodrome Saint-Eustache. 125 down, 125 laps to go.
Alors 125 tours de compléter, 125 tours à faire. On a complété la mi-course de cette épreuve de 250 tours.
So the scheduled yellow flag waves. This will be the midway break with Alex LeMay leading the way over Kevin Lacroix in the 74, the 3 of Jason Hathaway, the 24 Donald Teach, 17 of DJ Carrington running in 5th, 6th through 10th Andrew Ranger in the 27, Marc-Antoine Cameron in the 22, Simone Dion-Vienne in the 37, the 18 of Scott Steckley, and the 47 rather of LP Dumoulin.
Alors c'est l'arrêt obligatoire de mi-course pour l'arrêt au puits. Alors, donc, les voitures qui vont entrer au puits pour prodiguer quelques mineurs ajustements. Pneumatiques, on met l'essence et on repart le tout dans quelques instants. Donc, c'est peut-être l'occasion à vous aussi, chers spectateurs, de faire un arrêt au puits. Et on a une voiture à déplacer dans les puits. Je pense que c'est la tienne, Adam. I think it's your car you have to move. A Rolls-Royce, a black Rolls-Royce. Is it your car? Alors, mais non, il est arrivé en avion. Alors, j'ai un numéro de plaque, mais je pense que si tu as une Rolls-Royce noire, tu sais que c'est à toi. FNM 5739.
Do they really need the license plate number?
Exactement.
It's a Rolls-Royce one. That narrows it down.
C'est à côté d'un Yaris et d'un Ford F-150. Non, la Rolls-Royce de couleur noire dans les puits. Si vous voulez aller on vous donne 5 minutes pour aller la chercher. Si vous entendez Rolls-Royce, sentez-vous interpellé. Si vous voulez aller la déplacer, parce que sinon, la remorqueur s'en vient. Puis, écoute, ils font un super job, nos remorqueurs. Mais tu sais, des fois, ça peut arriver, un petit accrochage, mais je vous le souhaite pas. Mais si vous êtes le propriétaire d'une Rolls-Royce noire, s'il vous plaît, allez la déplacer immédiatement. Elle est en très mauvaise position. Donc, on vous attend dès maintenant.
So Kerry Mix got the free pass at the halfway point. They give the free pass immediately, send them around the pace truck, rejoin the tail of the field. Now the field will roll down pit lane and all of these cars will shut off. Once the final car is shut down, they've got 5 minutes to change tires, fuel the race cars, make adjustments, and it'll be time to restart the second half of the Lucas Oil 250.
Alors, les équipes qui ont 5 minutes pour remplacer les pneumatiques, mettre de l'essence et faire des ajustements adéquats pour la deuxième portion de l'épreuve. Donc, si vous avez des petits ajustements à faire sur vous ou aller faire un plein d'essence, ben c'est le temps. Les concessions d'Autodrome qui vous attendent. Les kiosques Coors Light situés tout juste à l'avant des gradins. Donc, on en profite pour peut-être se dégourdir les jambes également.
Just waiting for a little traffic jam there in the turn 1 end of pit lane. LP Dumoulin in the WeatherTech 47 had to wait for Andrew Ranger in the 27 to get his car backed into his stall. And now all the cars have shut off. The 5-minute clock has begun, and you'll see fuel start to go into each one of these cars first. That is the first order of business.
Alors, la pause de 5 minutes. Ben, c'est le 5 minutes qui reste à la personne qui est le propriétaire d'une Rolls-Royce noire. Allez déplacer votre véhicule. Parce que si à la fin du 5 minutes de pause, votre voiture n'est pas déplacée, on la met sur la remorque et on fait un tour d'honneur tout autour du circuit avec la Rolls-Royce sur la remorqueur.
Everything fairly orderly on pit road. The hood goes up on the 47 of LP Dumoulin, that WeatherTech machine. They changed the rear end gear yesterday after practice. Something felt wrong in that car to LP Dumoulin. So not really standard practice on practice day, which should have been race day yesterday, but they had plenty of time to get that work done. The Mopar crew for Andrew Ranger spending plenty of time on the right rear corner of that car. Not sure what's going on there. They had the torque wrench out for something on the right rear. Maybe they can't get all of the lug nuts loose. Yeah, they weren't tightening with that torque wrench. They were loosening with it. So now the fresh right rear general tire goes on. Andrew Ranger's had a tough couple of races. Things did not go his way at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. After flattening a rear tire on that car and running a few laps under caution with that flat tire because pit road wasn't open, did a lot of damage to that machine and ruined what should have been a great day for the driver from Roxton Pond, Quebec. Hood's still up on the WeatherTech 47 of LP Dumoulin. That's the only driver up and down pit road with the hood up on the car. So curious what they might be doing there. So everything the same under this break as a regular caution pit stop, except it all happens at a manageable pace, not like the thrash that goes on during a race under a pit stop. We're down to 2 minutes to go in the halftime break. The hood goes back down on the WeatherTech number 47. We see these crews doing a walk around of all these cars, torquing the wheels tight on these things, making sure all the hood pins are in. Nothing's going to come apart on the car when they go back out. Scott Steckley's number 18. You got a crewman waist deep in the right side of that number 18 machine.
Yeah, two legs from the windows, so.
And they continue to work on that 47 of Dumoulin with the car up in the air. One or two crew members laying under the left side, focused on the rear corner of the car. One more minute and then work has to stop. If you continue to work on your car after the break is complete, they will put you to the back of the field. So depending on what the job is that needs to be done, it could be worth it to have to drop to the back, but generally it is not. And these teams will try to get the work done before the time expires. So WeatherTech 47 of LP Dumoulin comes down off the jack. And the Scott Steckley crew member that was in the car he's either out of the car or he's climbed all the way in, Justin.
Ouais, des gros réglages pour le 47, Louis-Philippe Dumoulin sur la WeatherTech Canada Bellemare Dodge, alors qu'on y est allé avec les capots ouverts, même les jacks, on a sorti quelques pièces là en dessous, on a chargé quelques morceaux. Je pense qu'on se plaignait pour Louis-Philippe Dumoulin que les performances de la voiture n'étaient pas adéquates cet après-midi. Donc, on va voir lors de la relance pour la deuxième portion d'épreuve. C'est pratiquement une nouvelle course qui va se relancer après cette pause réglementaire de 5 minutes.
'36 of Alex Labay, the first car called back onto the racetrack. Shuffles his way around. Has to back up to get around the 04 of Brandon White, then Kevin Lacroix. Then it'll be the 3 of Jason Hathaway. The 24 of Donald Teach is already rolled up behind Hathaway number 3 as the crew trying to bump start that car. Nice job by the Kubota crew down there getting their exercise today, helping to bump start the 3 of Hathaway. Donald Teach rolls out, then it's DJ Kennington in the 17, followed by the 27 of Andrew Ranger, the 22 of Marc-Antoine Cameron, defending winner of this race in the GM Paillet, number 22 Chev, the Castrol 37 of Simone Dion-Vienne. Then it'll be the EpiPen Rona number 18 of Scott Steckley, filling in for Alex Tagliani, who's a little under the weather. Well, I shouldn't say a little under the weather. He is fairly ill. He's been hospitalized, but he says he's feeling better. He's been ordered to rest, though, so Scott Steckley doing the driving duties. Then it'll be LP Dumoulin in the 47, Matthew Kingsbury in the 75. Behind him, looks like it'll be the 56 of David Michaud. Then the 02 of Kerry Mix, who got the free pass, and the 04 of Brandon White. And now that the field is rolling, this will be a fairly brief couple laps under caution before we restart things. Next time by, they'll get the 1 to go. As you can see, laps not counting until we go back to green flag here after the midway break of this one. 126 laps complete, 124 laps remaining.
Alors, 124 tours à faire à la relance de cette épreuve, comptant 250 tours. Alors, comme vous pouvez le voir, les tours sur le drapeau jaune qui comptent tout au long de l'épreuve. Cependant, suite à cette neutralisation obligatoire, cet arrêt mi-course, les jaunes qui ne sont pas comptabilisés. Donc, on est toujours sur le 126e tour. 127 à la relance lorsqu'on va déployer le drapeau vert à nouveau pour relancer le Lucas Oil 250 de la série NASCAR Pinty.
With every passing start and restart throughout this day, I think you're going to see the intensity get a little higher as laps wind down.
Alors, les pilotes qui sont très patients jusqu'à présent. On attendait cet arrêt de mi-course pour faire les ajustements nécessaires pour être les plus compétitifs pour la fin de l'épreuve. Alors, mesdames, messieurs, soyez bien assis dans les gradins, ou plutôt tenez-vous sur le bout de votre siège parce que la deuxième portion d'épreuve risque d'être des plus enlevantes avec Alex Labbé qui donne le signal du drapeau vert lors de la relance, la Hôtel Le Concorde, Lobocam, BVR, Victoriaville, numéro 36 à l'intérieur, la Bumper Total, le Gates, numéro 74 de Kevin Lacroix à l'extérieur.
Labbé sets the pace coming to the green. There have been some wild restarts such a slow pace and then hard on the throttle, and you can see it is hard for these drivers to maintain traction. Let's see how they fire this time. A little bit sideways was LeBay, but he got on the gas. They're side by side down into 1 and 2. Kevin Lacroix gave it a good fight on the outside, but tucks back down between the race leader, Alex LeBay, and Jason Hathaway in third. Top 3 with a few car lengths over the 24 of Donald T, 27 Andrew Ranger, 17 DJ Kennedy, and the 18 Scott Steckley.
La troisième position qui se distance légèrement de la quatrième de Donald Teach. Alex Labbé, Kevin Lacroix et Jason Hathaway, des positions 1, 2 et 3 jusqu'à présent. Teach en quatrième, rangé en cinquième. Kennington, Caméra, Steckley, Kingsbury, Simon Dion.
Much like the first half of the race, the top 3 just seemed to be a little bit quicker, only maybe a tenth of a second. Built that gap lap after lap. Now Andrew Ranger putting the pressure on Donald Teach. He points that Mopar 27 to the inside in turn 2. Has to stay in line down into 3 and 4 again. He rolls through the center so quickly in that Mopar 27.
On semble avoir pratiqué les bons ajustements sur la voiture de Andrew Ranger, la 27 Mopar, qui est nettement plus rapide qu'en début d'épreuve. Sans trop de difficultés, on vient prendre la position, la 4e place de Donald Teach dans la voiture numéro 24. Maintenant, 4e position pour Andrew Ranger qui se bat présentement pour le championnat. On est à égalité en tête avec Kevin Lacroix.
Harry Mix battling with Simone Dion deep in the field. Mix just got the free pass at the halfway break. Further ahead, DJ Kennington to the inside of Donald Teach. Here goes Mix to the inside of Dion Vienne.
Alors, DJ Kennington dans la voiture numéro 17 qui vient prendre la place de Donald Teach dans la voiture 24. Et maintenant, 5e pour Kennington dans la Castrolette numéro 17.
Dion Vienne slammed the door shut on the 47 of LP Dumoulin, so Dumoulin stuck back there at the tail of the field. Meanwhile, out in front, Alex LeBay opens up again. This time it's about 4 car lengths down the back straightaway with Jason Hathaway keeping the pressure on Kevin Lacroix and Andrew Ranger trying to close in from the 4th position. So early in this run, the second half of the Lucas Oil 250. We're not seeing anyone pull away like we did at the beginning, although I guess way back at the beginning of the race, Kevin Lacroix didn't pull away too far in the early stages, but as the tires start to wear off on these race cars, that's when it really boils down to the chassis setup on these machines. Look at that, 6th, 7th, and 8th. All 3 Scott Steckley prepared race cars. Donald Teach, Marc-Antoine Cameron, and Scott Steckley himself.
Position 6, 7 et 8, c'est l'équipe Steckley au grand complet qui s'y retrouve. Teach dans la 24, la caméra, la Payet, GM Payet numéro 22 de Marc-Antoine Caméra. Et la Big Boss, Scott Steckley dans la 18, Ronald Pippen.
Jason Hathaway running the same line as Kevin Lacroix. He closes in about half a car length going into the corner, continues to close through the center. Jason Hathaway showing some speed right now with that Kubota number 3 as Andrew Ranger continues to close the gap. We're about to have a 4-car battle, second all the way back to 5th. Hathaway again right behind Kevin Lacroix, gives him a little nudge between 3 and 4. Remember, these two had a Twitter war after their Antigonish Nova Scotia race down at Riverside International Speedway. Some entertaining hashtags being shared. I think the basis of the two stories was Kevin Lacroix suggested Jason Hathaway might want to get a backup car ready, and Jason Hathaway suggested Kevin Lacroix might better focus on his championship battle, but either way, these two drivers weren't too pleased with each other after the race down in Antigonish, Nova Scotia last month.
Alors, Jason Hathaway dans la voiture numéro 3, maintenant à l'intérieur de la 74 de Kevin Lacroix. Oh, Kevin Lacroix qui veut fermer la porte. Et c'est serré, on est côte à côte à la sortie du virage numéro 4 entre Jason Hathaway et Kevin Lacroix.
Kevin Lacroix up on the outside, and look at Andrew Ranger close in. Andrew Ranger, if Hathaway gets by on the inside of Lacroix, Andrew Ranger going to try to follow him through as well, coming off of turn number 4.
Andrew Ranger qui guette l'ouverture lui aussi, alors que Lacroix ferme tout juste la porte devant la 27. Bon, Lacroix, on vient de perdre la deuxième position, les pans de la voiture numéro 3 de Jason Hathaway. On ne veut pas laisser passer cette troisième marche au dépens de Ranger. Les deux pilotes qui sont à égalité au championnat NASCAR Pinty.
Now Ranger to the bottom of Kevin Lacroix. Lacroix's car may come back to him, but right now he does just not have the speed right there through the center of the corner, not able to get back to the throttle as quickly as the cars around him. Andrew Ranger doing everything he can to try to make that move on Lacroix as they work down and through 1 and 2. Jason Hathaway, since taking over the second spot, closing the gap on Alex LeMays about 5 car lengths back as they work into turn number 3, and they've gained about 8 or 9 car lengths over the 74 of Kevin Lacroix, back in third, trying to deal with the 27 of Andrew Ranger.
Alors, toute une bataille entre Kevin Lacroix et Andrew Ranger pour la troisième position. Les deux pilotes qui sont actuellement les deux meneurs au championnat à égalité. Donc, vraiment, chaque point compte avec 3 courses à disputer au calendrier régulier de la série NASCAR Pinty. Alors, les positions qui sont très importantes, surtout ici à Saint-Eustache cet après-midi.
Ranger loses the car lane to Kevin Lacroix down the back straightaway, now down into 3 and 4. He'll try to roll that distance back in. At the front, Jason Hathaway with a couple of car lengths of Alex LeMays as we are about to have a battle for the lead.
Hathaway qui se rapproche de la voiture 36 d'Alex Labbé. La 3 qui parvient à se rapprocher de tour en tour du pare-choc arrière. La voiture numéro 36 d'Alex Labbé, le meneur depuis bon nombre de tours déjà. Alors, Hathaway qui est allé de quelques réglages lors de la pause au 126e tour. Ça semble profitable. Même chose pour Ranger aussi, qui est allé de certains ajustements nécessaires.
LeMay and Hathaway both go to the inside of Brandon White to put the 0-4 down and under lap. They work through 1 and 2. Hathaway closes in going into the turn and into the center of the corner. Alex LeMay seems to pull away from the center of the turn off. So a couple of very evenly matched cars with a bit more speed than the other in different spots on the racetrack. Deep in the pack, we're watching Kerry Mix trying to hold off Matthew Kingsbury down in 1 and 2. Mix had closed in on the 18 of Scott Steckley, but now that he's got there, Kingsbury showing a little bit of speed, trying to get a nose to the inside of that 0-2. Almost a full straightaway behind them as Simon Dion Vian in the 37, with LP Dumoulin in the 47, and the 56, and David Michaud right behind. They are the next three cars to be overtaken by the leader, as Alex LeBay is within a straightaway of this trio. Dumoulin looks like he's trying to turn up the wick a little bit as he's pressuring Dion Vian down into the turn. Simon Dion Vian really defending the inside as David Michaud looks to the outside of the 47. That'd be a power move down in turns 1 and 2.
Ah, ça semble vraiment pas bien aller pour le 47 de Louis-Philippe Dumoulin cet après-midi. Connaît plusieurs difficultés derrière le peloton et les meneurs qui s'amènent loin derrière sont en train de prendre un tour à LP alors qu'on a une belle bataille pour la position de commande. Hathaway maintenant dans le pare-choc arrière de la 36, Alex Labbé.
Hathaway looks to the inside, down in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. He shadowed the leader, LeBay, where he seems to be quicker right now. He's getting through the middle of 1 and 2, so he sizes up LeBay, swings to the inside, out of the corner. He's got a nose to the bottom as they race into 3.
Jason Hathaway par l'intérieur dans la voiture numéro 3, Kubota, qui vient faire la barbe. Au numéro 36, Alex Labbé, on a un nouveau meneur, mesdames et messieurs, au 166e tour. Jason Hathaway qui vient prendre les commandes du Lucas Oil 250.
So Alex LeBay now back to second. Kevin Lacroix on the 74 is closed in on this lead duo. LeBay going to try to keep pace with the 3 of Jason Hathaway. With Hathaway out in front now, Alex LeBay can sort of use him as a gauge to see where he is quicker, where he might be losing speed. David Michaud to the inside of LP Dumoulin, the WeatherTech 47. Michaud gets around that 47 as the leaders are coming. It is time for him to get going.
Alors Alex Labbé qui n'abandonne pas en deuxième position, tente de se rapprocher toujours dans les virages de la voiture numéro 3 de Jason Hathaway. Kevin Lacroix qui reprend un peu plus du poil de la bête en troisième, qui se rapproche des deux voitures en tête. En quatre rangées dans la voiture numéro 27 se retrouve à la quatrième position. DJ Kennington qui complète le top 5 pour l'instant dans la voiture Castrolette numéro 17.
Hathaway hasn't been able to pull away much more than a car length and a half over Alex LeBay. Kevin Lacroix is closed in about 4 car lengths, but he can't get any closer right now. Same with Andrew Ranger. He had closed in, but this is sort of the gap that they've had for the last number of laps as they're approaching some more lap traffic. David Michaud behind Simon Dion Vian. Again, Michaud is laps down, at least 1 lap down to the race leaders. But again, he wants to keep it there, not go more laps down, so he will pressure Dion Vian down in 3 and 4. Jason Hathaway is coming. He is open to, oh, trouble! Simon Dion Vian goes around, possibly with some contact from David Michaud in the 56.
On semble avoir un contact entre la 56 et la 37. Simon Thionvien qui part en dérapage entre les courbes 3 et 4 et on provoque la neutralisation au 174e tour. Pour la Castrol Rousseau Metal Best Buy numéro 37, Simon Thionvien qui repartira à l'arrière après avoir subi le tête à queue entre les courbes 3 et 4. Alors Jason Hathaway, notre nouveau meneur, mais c'est pas facile pour le 3 parce que le 36 d'Alex Labbé est non loin derrière. Puis le 74 de Kevin Lacroix qui s'est rapproché aussi dangereusement. Les 3 premières positions qui sont ardemment disputées. Il ne faudrait pas sous-estimer les 2 voitures Kennington en arrière. La 27 Mopar de Andrew Ranger en 4e et la 17 Castrolette de DJ Kennington en 5e. Alors pour Andrew Ranger, on est allé de quelques réglages pendant la pause réglementaire au 126e tour et ça semble porter ses fruits parce que la 27 semble plus rapide que jamais sur le circuit. Et même chose, par exemple, le 47 à Louisville-du-Moulin, plusieurs difficultés tout au long de la course. On est allé de réglages vraiment intenses du côté du 47. On avait le capot ouvert à la mi-course. On est allé changer quelques morceaux. Malheureusement, ça ne semble pas une journée très, très favorable pour le pilote de Trois-Rivières dans la voiture 47.
So there is no free pass under this yellow. The 37 of Simon Dion-Vienne is a lap down. David Michaud in the 56 is 2 laps down. And I would have thought David Michaud would have been the free pass because Dion-Vienne went down a lap as being part of the yellow. But we listened to what the officials say, and that was the word over the radio. That's how it's going to be as Brandon White rolls the 0-4 into the attention of his crew. Scott Steckley coming in as well for more adjustments on that number 18 machine. They will jack up the right side of the car. I believe they're going to reach in and pull out a spring rubber. You know, the other thing they can use this yellow for, or this race for rather, is a bit of a test session with Scott Steckley behind the wheel, see what different adjustments do. The WeatherTech 47 of LP Dumoulin sits on pit road. He'll head back onto the racetrack, and we should be able to get things back to green fairly quickly.
Les voitures ont toutes regagné le circuit. Dans quelques instants, on va demander au pilote de se regrouper en double ligne pour être en mesure de donner la relance. Alors, la 22 de Marc-Antoine Camiran qui effectue une visite au puits.
So Marc-Antoine Cameron's GM Paillet, number 22, is on pit road for some adjustments of his own.
Un peu moins de 75 tours à faire. C'est un pari qu'on fait du côté de Marc-Antoine Camiran de faire quelques réglages. Est-ce qu'on va sûrement tenter d'améliorer la voiture pour être en mesure de rivaliser pour la victoire? Lui qui avait remporté la victoire l'an dernier pour les amateurs de GM Paillet. Alors la gang de Paillet qui sont ici pour rivaliser pour la victoire encore une fois. Donc, on va repartir à l'arrière pour la voiture numéro 22 après quelques réglages supplémentaires. Mais 75 tours, tout est possible encore une fois pour les pilotes de la série NASCAR Pinty.
So Marc-Antoine Cameron coming out of the pits will roll ahead of those 3 cars at the back to line up right behind the 47 of LP Dumoulin. 1 to go signal is given. Jason Hathaway in the 3 going to start on the inside. Alex LeVay in the 36 on the outside. Second row will be the 74 of Kevin Lacroix, the 27 of Andrew Ranger, the 17 of DJ Kennington, and the 24 of Donald Teague in row 3. Row 4, Kerry Mixon, the 02. Matthew Kingsbury in the 75. Then is the 18 of Scott Steckley, the 47 of LP Dumoulin. The last car on the lead lap is the 22 of Marc-Antoine Cameron.
Jason Alloway à l'intérieur, Alex Labbé à l'extérieur. Votre première ligne pour la relance au 176e tour. On surveille le signaleur drapeau vert en main pour relancer les voitures sur le circuit.
Bit of a funky start there by Jason Hathaway. There was some contact going on with the 36 of Alex LeVay and then a wide entry down into turn 1. That'll leave Alex LeVay to battle with the 74 of Kevin Lacroix for second.
Alex Labbé qui est coincé en ligne extérieure là, présentement. Lacroix qui passe, puis Andrew Ranger aussi veut tenter de coincer Labbé, mais non. Labbé qui réussit à rentrer à l'intérieur en 3e place à l'entrée du virage 3.
LeVay did a good job to squeeze between Kevin Lacroix, the 74 and the 27 of Andrew Ranger. Here's a driver to watch for, the 02 of Kerry Mix, closing in on that top 5. Wouldn't it be great to see the veteran from Mount Albert, Ontario, challenge for a podium finish here at St-Eustache? Jason Hathaway out in front by a few car lengths over Kevin Lacroix. Looks like Alex LeBay might be a little faster than the 74, but trying to size them up, see where he might be able to make a move. Behind them, Donald Teege on the inside of DJ Kennington. They battle for 5th. Wow, Matthew Kingsbury with a big dive on the inside of Kerry Mix. Sideways through 1 and 2, and he makes the pass over the 0-2. Right behind them, it's Scott Steckley in the 18, battling with the 47 of LP Dumoulin, but at the front, right now it is all the Kubota number 3 of Jason Hathaway.
Surveillez la 0-2 de Kerry Mix qui va vouloir reprendre la position que Matthew Kingsbury vient de lui subtiliser lors du précédent tour. Kingsbury qui a littéralement plongé à l'intérieur du virage numéro 2 pour venir prendre la place du 0-2. Alors la Durotier Construction 75 qui n'a pas fini de nous impressionner cet après-midi.
Just over 60 laps to go in the Lucas Oil 250 here at St-Eustache. Deep in the field, LP Dumoulin trying to get a nose to the inside of Scott Steckley in the 18. He'll drive down behind the 18, right on his rear bumper in 1 and 2. Now he'll point to the inside. Donald Teese trying to defend the inside going into turn number 1, but that left him exposed in turn 2 as he goes up the racetrack. Kennington got to the inside, wasn't able to make the pass. Now he'll give a little nudge in turn 3 to Teese as they work off a 4 down the front stretch. Kerry Mix looking to get back by the 75 of Matthew Kingsbury. Goes to the bottom in turn 2. Kingsbury gets on the throttle a little better than did the 0-2. He'll keep that position. Right behind them, it's LP Dumoulin on the inside of Scott Steckley. Dumoulin and Steckley side by side down the back straightaway. Steckley drives it deep into turn 3. Dumoulin backing up the corner to try to get a run on corner exit. He'll do so off of 4. They make a little contact on the front stretch and continue their battle into 1 and 2. Whoa, contact between Kerry Mix and the 75 of Matthew Kingsbury exiting turn number 4. Mixing gets him a little bit loose. He'll go by on the inside as Scott Steckley clears the 47 of LP Dumoulin after their battle lasted 2 or 3 laps of mostly side-by-side racing.
David Michaud dans la voiture 56, maintenant à l'extérieur de la voiture 22 de Marc-Antoine Camiran. La GM Payet qui semble de plus en plus difficile à piloter pour Camiran. On le voit qui travaille très fort dans la voiture.
Kerry Mix has been able to pull away from Kingsbury by a number of car lengths since making that pass. Scott Steckley off of turn 4, swinging the back end. And that Rona Epibet number 18 sideways. That allows LP Dumoulin to get a good run into 1 and 2. But Steckley's still faster on that high side, getting back to the throttle. David Michaud with a nice pass on the outside of Simon Dion-Vienne. Dion-Vienne driving it deep down into 1 and 2 to try to fight back, but David Michaud on the high side He's got that car wound up. Remember, he is 2 laps down. Simon Dion-Bien is 1 lap down, so not a battle for position, but a good little battle nonetheless on the racetrack at the tail end of the field. 50 laps to go here in the Lucas Oil 250, and Jason Hathaway enjoying a 12-car length lead over Kevin Lacroix. Lacroix with the same gap back to Alex LeBay in the 36. Running in 4th is Andrew Ranger in the 27, and then Donald Tees rounds out the top 5 in the 24 as LP Dumoulin finally completes the pass of Scott Steckley. Whoa, trouble down in turn number 1. Marc-Antoine Cameron getting together with a 37 of Simon Dion-Bien. Were able to stay green as Dion-Bien gathered that car back up, but that was a long sideways slide down into the first turn. Starting to show some speed in that WeatherTech 47. Now he gets to the inside of Matthew Kingsbury, so he's made a couple of passes in the last 10 laps. We'll see if he's able to close in on the 0-2 of Kerry Nix. He runs right now in the 8th position in that 47 machine. There's 45 laps to go.
45 tours à faire à Jason Hathaway aux commandes de cette épreuve de 250 tours. Kevin Lacroix dans la voiture 74 qui suit en 2e position. La 36 d'Alex Labbé est en 3e. La 27 d'Andrew Ranger en 4e. La 24 de Donald Teege qui suit en 5e position. Teege est la meilleure voiture de l'équipe Steckley cet après-midi avec la 5e position, alors que les deux autres voitures, celle du Big Boss, le numéro 18 Scott Steckley et la 22 de Marc-Antoine Camiran connaissent quelques difficultés et présentement tournent à la queue du peloton.
.209 laps complete, and last time Jason Hathaway still the fastest car on the racetrack. About a half a tenth quicker than Kevin Lacroix. A little bit of slower traffic coming up for these lead drivers, but I don't think they're going to encounter much of a pack before the end of this one unless the handling really goes away on the Matthew Kingsbury 75 and Scott Steckley 18 and Cameron number 22.
Alors, LP Dumoulin, la voiture numéro 47, qui maintenant va tenter de prendre une position au 0-2 de Kerry Mix. Alors que les derniers réglages semblent avoir amélioré légèrement la voiture 47 pour LP Dumoulin en tout. On lui donne quand même une voiture plus compétitive suite à ses derniers ajustements.
Dumoulin catches Kerry Mix, trying to make a move in 3 and 4, but Mix bought him off, tries again in 1 and 2, but Mixie beats him down into 3. Once again, LP Dumoulin going to try to get to the inside of that 0-2 off of 4, close quarters racing down the front straightaway. LP Dumoulin will make the pass on Kerry Mix as he works down the front stretch. So Dumoulin up into the 7th spot as race leader Jason Hathaway swings to the outside of Simon Dion-Bien to put the 37 machine one more lap down. David Michaud in the 56 has caught the 0-2 with Gary Hicks. Remember, these two had some run-ins here this afternoon, playing some bumper tag for a few rounds. Now Michaud trying to the inside of Gary Hicks. You can bet Hicks will make his life difficult out there from the high side of the racetrack. They work down the front straightaway. Michaud back in behind the 0-2. Marc-Antoine Cameron to the inside of the 2018, rather, of Scott Steckley. Hard to describe Scott Steckley being passed by the 22 car since he won all 4 of his championships behind the wheel of that 22. But Scott Steckley today behind the wheel of the 18 as Matthew Kingsbury continues to smoke that left front tire going down into turn 1. I was mistaken. I didn't think Jason Hathaway would catch this trio of race cars, but he's within a straightaway, and we've still got more than 30 laps to go, so we're going to have some slower traffic for the leaders to contend with as Kevin Lacroix closing on the 3 of Hathaway with laps winding down. Looks as though Hathaway having the same trouble he did in the first half of the race, where he starts to lose front grip and that car shoots up the racetrack, not able to keep it down, and then it gets way loose off the corner. So we'll keep an eye as Kevin Lacroix continues to close in. He's about 4 car lengths back from the race leader, is just ahead of him as Scott Steckley in the 18 with Marc-Antoine Cameron in the 22, using the bumper to try to get around Matthew Kingsbury, 75.
Alors, Mathieu Kingsbury, Marc-Antoine Caméran, là, toute une lutte pour cette position. La Duro King 75 qui part en légère glissade entre les 3 et 4. Et on en a plein les bras avec la GM Bailly 22 dans le pare-choc arrière, non loin derrière la 18 de Scott Steckley. Alors que les meneurs s'amènent. Ça va réduire l'écart entre la voiture numéro 3 et 74.
Cameron all over Kingsbury's number 75. Scott Steckley in the 18, working the bottom of the racetrack. It looks like he's going to get out of the leader's way. Give them plenty of room. Here goes Kevin Lacroix to the inside for the lead.
Alors qu'on est des retardataires, on est côte à côte pour la position de commande entre Jason Hathaway et Kevin Lacroix.
Hathaway up on the outside of Scott Steckley in the 18. Just, trouble for Brandon White in the 0-4.
On descend vers le 0-4, mais heureusement pas de neutralisation jusqu'à présent.
Hathaway and Lacroix get around the 18 of Alex Tagliani as Brandon White with a flat right front. All sorts of problems on the front corner of that 0-4 machine. Now Matthew Kingsbury gives way to Jason Hathaway and his teammate Kevin Lacroix down on the inside. Hathaway and Lacroix to the outside. Brandon White taking a walk down pit road. He does not look too happy. There's a NASCAR official walking towards White as he is hurriedly walking down pit road. He is going to bypass the race official, trying to get him to slow down as he walks down towards the pit box of the Leland car. Not sure what the conversation is there.
Brandon White là, qui est furieux, qui est allé voir l'équipe. C'est l'équipe de Kerry Mix.
So that conversation was short-lived as the crew goes to work. I'm curious to see if there was an excursion between Mix and Brandon White in recent laps. But let's focus our attention on the battle at the front of the field. We're down to less than 20 laps to go, and Kevin Lacroix is all over the back end of Jason Hathaway.
19 tours à faire à cette finale, mesdames, messieurs. Jason Holloway dans la voiture numéro 3 et Kevin Lacroix dans la 74. C'est pas fini tant que c'est pas fini, alors que les positions 1 et 2 sont extrêmement serrées et chaudement disputées.
Kerry Mix, the next car to go a lap down in front of Jason Hathaway. Since Kevin Lacroix closed in and they worked lap traffic, Hathaway looks to be a little bit quicker than the Lacroix machine. Andrew Ranger has jumped into the third position. He got around Alex LeBay as he goes to the outside of Scott Steckley as he works his way down into turn number 3. But at the front, Hathaway is starting to pull away once again. Keep in mind, if Kevin Lacroix can catch the 3 of Jason Hathaway with laps winding down, he will have no problem getting physical with the driver of the number 3. They do not like each other. They've had run-ins this year. Down they go into turn number 3. Hathaway by a car length and a half over Kevin Lacroix. You can see the tires are wearing out on these race cars. They are really having to be ginger getting back on the throttle. They're able to get down into the turn through the center, but getting back on the gas, a real challenge for these racers as they go down into 3 and 4, just behind the 0-2 of Kerry Mix. Oh, Kevin Lacroix made up some distance that time. 1 and 2 once again. He's trying to close in on Jason Hathaway. He was excellent last time through 3 and 4, especially on exit, getting onto the throttle. You can see Hathaway is really struggling from the center off.
Oh, la glissade, la voiture numéro 3, sortie du virage 4. Lacroix qui se rapproche dans le pare-choc arrière, la voiture numéro 3, Jason Holloway. Holloway, Lacroix. Oh, c'est serré alors qu'on a Kerry Mix entre les deux.
So Kerry Mix gives room to Jason Hathaway. Now Kevin Lacroix going by. Mixie giving a bit of a fight there, but not too much. It'll be 10 to go next time by. Three and 4 is the corner where Jason Hathaway is having to adjust his line, adjust everything about the way he approaches that turn. Kevin Lacroix right now 4 car lengths behind the number 3. 10 laps to go. It'll be 9 this time.
Alors que l'on passe à la ligne d'arrivée, 9 tours à faire à Jason Holloway aux commandes de cette épreuve. Kevin Lacroix dans la 74, bumper to bumper, non loin derrière en deuxième position.
Again, Hathaway struggling there in 3 and 4, but Kevin Lacroix struggling as well. Hathaway a little better in 1 and 2. Lacroix better in 3 and 4 as laps wind down. It's a game of cat and mouse at the front, trying to keep the tires under these race cars, but also trying to be on the attack for the end of this Lucas Oil 250. Anything can still happen. These cars are so squirrely here on this racetrack. At the start of the race, it was Kevin Lacroix who led the way. Then Alex LeBay took his turn at the front, and he looked to be well on his way to his first victory of the year. But the halfway break, fresh tires and some adjustments, and along came Jason Hathaway in this Kubota number 3 Chevrolet. He continues to lead, 4 laps left. Hathaway is hitting his marks. He's gotten into a rhythm, running the high side, going into the turn. Nice steady arc coming off the turn, continues to build a gap. It'll be 2 laps to go this time. We look around the racetrack for any sort of trouble. Remember the white flag. Any flag after the white flag will end the race. Whoa, DJ Kennington making contact on Simone Dion-Bien. That opens the door for LP Dumoulin. As the white flag will fly for Jason Hathaway. 1 more lap to go.
Dernier tour au Lucas Oil, 250. Jason Hathaway en tête alors qu'on amorce le dernier virage de cette dernière finale NASCAR Pinty de l'histoire de l'Autodrome Saint-Eustache. Le dernier vainqueur Pinty, Monsieur Jason Hathaway.
Hathaway to the win. Kevin Lacroix second. Andrew Ranger third. Alex LeBay fourth. And it's Donald Teague, DJ Kennington, LP Dumoulin. Quite a battle. Everyone had their opportunity in those long green flag runs, but it was Jason Hathaway with the long run setup taking the win.
Mesdames, Messieurs, une bonne nouvelle, notre vainqueur, le numéro 3, Jason